Welcome to our training video on understanding sexual orientation, gender identity, and gender expression. This module is part of the Erasmus Plus project, No Judgment Zone, aimed at empowering youth workers, educators, and volunteers to create more inclusive and supportive environments for youth. It's vital to note that while this project is funded by the European Union, the views expressed are solely those of the authors. The European Union and the EACEA are not responsible for the content. This project underscores our commitment to fostering an inclusive environment where everyone feels safe and respected. As we proceed, let's keep an open mind and be ready to engage with new ideas. In this module, we will define key concepts, understand the differences and intersections, and consider how to apply this knowledge in your daily work with young people. Our learning goals are: define sexual orientation, gender identity, and gender expression. Recognize key terms and concepts. Understand differences and intersections between these aspects. Reflect on strategies for inclusive youth work. Let's explore the concept of the gender spectrum. First, it's important to understand that gender isn't simply binary. It's not just male or female. Instead, it includes a variety of identities, such as non-binary, genderfluid, and agender. These identities reflect a broader understanding of gender beyond traditional categories. Moreover, we see cultural variations around the world that enrich our understanding of gender. Different societies may recognize and celebrate gender in diverse ways, which can help us appreciate the complexity and beauty of human identity. As we continue, let's remember that embracing the gender spectrum enables us to foster inclusivity and respect in our communities. Now, we'll move on to discuss sexual orientation. Sexual orientation is about who someone is attracted to. It includes emotional, romantic, and sexual attraction. For example, someone may identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, pansexual, or asexual. First, we have terms like lesbian and gay. These refer to individuals attracted to the same gender. Bisexual people are attracted to more than one gender. Meanwhile, pansexual individuals experience attraction regardless of gender. Lastly, asexual describes people who may not experience sexual attraction at all. Each orientation is valid and contributes to the rich spectrum of human diversity. As we continue, let's remember that understanding and respect are key to creating an inclusive environment. Gender identity is a deeply personal sense of one's own gender. It may or may not align with the sex assigned at birth. Terms include woman, man, non-binary, agender, and genderfluid. First, it's important to recognize that gender identity is a deeply personal, internal sense of self. It encompasses identities such as woman, man, non-binary, agender, and genderfluid. Each of these identities is valid and deserves respect. As we think about gender identity, let's remember that it's separate from gender expression, which we'll explore next. Understanding these distinctions helps us appreciate the rich diversity of human experiences. By acknowledging this diversity, we foster a more inclusive and understanding society. Let's keep this in mind as we continue our discussion. Gender expression is how we show our gender to the world. This includes their appearance, clothing, and behavior. It's a visible aspect of our identity. People may choose to express themselves in ways that are masculine, feminine, or androgynous, meaning a blend of both. It's important to remember that gender expression is personal and unique to each individual. The aspects of gender identity, sexual orientation, and gender expression are distinct but interconnected. For example, a trans man can identify as gay, straight, or bisexual, illustrating that these elements do not equate. Gender identity relates to who someone is, sexual orientation to whom they are attracted, and gender expression to how they present themselves. Acknowledging and respecting individual self-identifications fosters inclusivity and ensures everyone feels valued. Let's become familiar with inclusive terms. LGBTQIA+ is an umbrella acronym. LGBTQIA+ stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning, intersex, asexual plus others. Always use the terms that people choose for themselves. Use inclusive, affirming language. As we explore intersectionality, it's important to understand that identities like race, disability, class, gender, and sexual orientation overlap, leading to multiple forms of discrimination. For instance, a queer person of color may face unique challenges compared to someone with a single identity. To create an inclusive environment, we must address these intersecting layers, not just acknowledge different identities. Self-identification is crucial for several reasons. Everyone has the right to define their identity, including names and pronouns. Avoiding assumptions about orientation or identity is essential for respect and inclusivity. Creating an environment that honors self-identification fosters validation, respect, and a sense of belonging within the community. Let's dive into understanding pronouns and their significance in our interactions. We have examples like he, him, she, her, they, them, and even neopronouns. These are crucial because they reflect each person's identity. It's essential to ask politely if someone's pronouns are unclear. Normalizing the sharing of pronouns helps foster an inclusive environment. When we share our pronouns, we demonstrate respect for one another's identity and create a space where everyone feels acknowledged. Remember, this practice is about respect and inclusion, not just a trend. Encourage open conversations about pronouns to build understanding and acceptance within our communities. Inclusion is an ongoing journey, not a destination. It's essential to remember that using LGBTQIA+ identities to appear progressive without offering genuine support is counterproductive. Instead, let's focus on committing to meaningful change. We can create safe spaces, which aim to reduce harm and provide support, and brave spaces, which encourage honest dialogue and open discussion. The key is to balance safety with the freedom for open dialogue. When it comes to creating safe and brave spaces, it's a personal and voluntary decision. Never force or pressure anyone, and always ensure there is ample support and resources available for those who need them. Supporting the coming out process requires sensitivity and understanding. Avoid tokenism by ensuring your actions are not just performative but rooted in genuine support for the community. Let's talk about how language and concepts continue to evolve over time. It's crucial for us to stay updated on best practices. Encourage your peers to engage in learning and reflection. This helps everyone grow together. Now, when we think about youth participation, it's important to center young people in our planning processes. Listen actively to their needs and ideas. By doing so, we empower them to be effective change agents. This is key to fostering genuine inclusion. Inclusion work can be emotionally taxing. It's important to recognize our own limits and boundaries. Don't hesitate to seek support and engage in peer learning to navigate these challenges. Remember, our commitment to this work involves lifelong learning. Let's keep pushing forward together, supporting each other along the journey. Let's clarify common myths about gender identity and sexual orientation. Myth 1. Gender identity and sexual orientation are the same. In truth, gender identity refers to self-perception, while sexual orientation pertains to attraction. Myth 2. There are only two genders. Gender is a spectrum, including various identities beyond male and female. Addressing these myths promotes a more inclusive and supportive community. The impact of discrimination on the LGBTQIA+ community includes mental health risks, higher prevalence of anxiety and depression among those facing discrimination. Exclusion. Many LGBTQIA+ individuals experience exclusion in schools and workplaces, hindering their ability to thrive. Homelessness. Higher rates of homelessness among LGBTQIA+ youth, often due to abandonment and lack of support. To create inclusive spaces, we should challenge discriminatory language and promote respectful communication. Foster understanding by encouraging open conversations and diverse perspectives. Listen to and validate people's experiences to show respect and empathy. Respect pronouns to affirm individual identities and support inclusivity. As educators and youth workers, we play a crucial role in fostering inclusivity. Key actions include Staying informed about LGBTQIA+ issues and challenges. Providing resources and referrals to demonstrate commitment. Modeling inclusive language and behavior to set a positive example. Advocating for policy changes to drive significant improvements. Today, we focus on the crucial role families and communities have in promoting workplace gender equality. Families may require education to support gender equality effectively. Respectful inclusion of families in discussions is essential, as they provide foundational support. Providing resources is vital for families to understand and support gender equality initiatives. The importance of gender equality in the workplace includes several key aspects: valuing diverse experiences for innovative solutions, building trust through openness and inclusivity, ensuring accessibility by providing equal opportunities and removing barriers, celebrating everyone's contributions to strengthen morale, centering youth in planning and decision-making, empowering them as future leaders. Progress in youth participation is already visible, and ongoing support is essential. Let's talk about some valuable resources that can support our efforts in creating inclusive environments. The goal is to keep growing and making your work more inclusive. First, ILGA World is a fantastic global resource advocating for LGBTQIA+ rights. They offer a wealth of information and research that can help deepen our understanding. Stonewall UK is another great organization. They focus on creating inclusive spaces, particularly in the UK. Their resources are extensive and practical for implementing change. PFLAG offers support for families and allies, which is crucial for fostering broader community acceptance and understanding. Additionally, don't overlook your local LGBTQIA+ centers. They're often a hub for community-specific resources and support. Finally, keep an eye out for the No Judgment Zone project website, which promises valuable insights for our work. These resources can guide us in our journey toward inclusivity. Let's take advantage of them to enhance our practices and support our communities effectively. Let's take a moment to reflect on some key aspects of creating inclusive environments. First, think about how you create inclusive spaces in your work. It's important to consider your daily interactions and the environment you foster. Next, consider your use of inclusive language. Reflect on areas where you excel and where there might be room for improvement. This self-awareness is a crucial step in fostering inclusivity. Finally, identify the resources you need to deepen your understanding. Whether it's literature, workshops, or engaging with diverse communities, knowing your needs is the first step to fulfilling them. Remember, this reflection is not just an individual exercise but a collective journey towards inclusivity. Thank you for your attention. Together, we can create spaces where all young people feel safe, valued, and empowered.